Hey guys, Dan here with Battlefield Curator. We recently went to the Talladega Marksmanship Park to test out a Mosin 3-line rifle, aka the Mosin M1891 or just M91. Now this rifle was adopted by Imperial Russia in the 1890s, and then it went on to see service all across the globe. A lot of the ones that we see here in the States are Finnish marked. The Finnish used them during the Winter War and the Continuation War. So what kind of accuracy can we expect from this at 100 yards, 200 yards, 300 yards, and even 600 yards? That's what we tested out. So here's some footage of us at the range. So when you go to the Talladega Marksmanship Park, you have to qualify at the 100 yard just to make it to the 200, 300, and 600. At first, something wasn't right. It seemed like the Mosin didn't want to be accurate, or the user didn't want to be accurate. So weird.
What's it doing now?
Look at my shot group.
All right.
Last 3 shots were right here.
Huh.
But like all the other shots were all scattered.
No kidding.
Yeah. But I've taken rifles here before at 600 yards, and I'm pretty sure my fundamentals were on point. So it looked like the Mosin rifle itself was probably the issue. We were suspecting maybe the barrel wasn't right or the bore wasn't right. Something wasn't right with the rifle.
Where did that one go?
Way off. Yeah.
Way up again.
Yeah. So we tested out another rifle, the M1903 A3.
Very smooth.
Yeah, it's nice. It really is.
Oh man.
Off.
What was that?
Oh yeah. That was
Okay today? I want 1 or 2 tables. And it appears that that rifle also had some accuracy issues. This is the first time we had tested either rifles at 100 yards. So I began to be a little suspicious of the range itself. We could try a different lane just to see if there's a difference, but never know. Well, I found it to be a little suspicious that 2 rifles have issues zeroing and grouping. And the margin is so off, it just doesn't seem right at all. I don't see, there's nothing wrong mechanically with these rifles that I can tell. The bores look pretty good. So I decided to ask the lane safety. I said, hey, can we switch to another lane? And he was a little hesitant, probably thinking that our marksmanship skills were off. But he did let us switch to a different lane, and here are the results from that lane.
Here you go.
You're like 1 millimeter.
Here you go.
Quarter inch.
That's it.
I wouldn't mess with it. Yeah.
That's 3. That's 4 in the black.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Bullseye.
All right. So if you look, I've already got 3 in the black.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah. Oh, well, what do you know? It looks like the targeting system was off. So if you've never been to the Talladega Marksmanship Park, they have electronic ranges. Every lane has a monitor that you can see where your bullets are hitting when you shoot at the target. So how it works is they have sensors that pinpoint where the bullet is hitting based off of the sound. So yeah, I looked back at that lane that we were on. Somebody else had been trying to use it and also had issues. They shut that lane down, and my guess is that there was some kind of glitch with the electronic targeting system. So now we move on to the 200. Pretty much I figured out where the point of aim is, and I'm pretty much got to aim below the target about that much, pretty much at the grass, and that's, and a little bit just slightly to the left, and that is where I'm hitting center. There's the shot group. Pretty easy. Then we moved on to the 300. All right, Mosin 1891, Russian standard, 3 in the black.
So, all right.
300 yards. Yeah, so the bottom of the 2, all the way out there on 29, the very bottom of the 2 in the middle is where I had to aim to get to the 300 black.
Oh my God.
Look at that. That's the last 3 shots there at
Nice.
600 yards. Oh, yeah. So that's my shot group here. That's 5 shots. It's 5 shots at 600 yards, and you can see this is not bad, better than the Carcano M38, but not as good as that finished Mosin. Not really as good as that finished Mosin. Finished Mosin was sweet at 600 yards. New England Westinghouse Mosin 1891, probably built around 1915, so it's over 100 years old.
This one
Still does pretty good, 600 yards here, and that my sights were pretty much here. My front sight post was pretty much out here,
got 3 rounds.
and I got over here. So yeah, pretty good. So you can see here that the Mosin M1891 is a pretty accurate rifle, especially at those further distances. The 7.62x54R is a capable caliber of reaching out there. We were using the Red Army Standard, and that ammo worked pretty well, even though it's a steel case and pretty much known as cheap ammo. So the sight picture on the M1891. I didn't really like it too much, but it did work in this application. I didn't have to adjust it for any ranges. And for the most part, I mean, up to 600 yards, it did pretty well. I just kind of kept it where it is. So you just got to remember that those old Mosins, they shoot high, so just aim a little low. Well, I hope to take out some more rifles to test at 600 yards and on these electronic systems, and hopefully they're not glitching next time I go out there, because that was kind of a waste of ammo. But at the same time, you know, I do enjoy shooting there. The Talladega Marksmanship Park, the electronic targeting system just makes things so much faster, so much more expedient to go to the range, and it's very enjoyable. You don't have to like sit around and wait for a ceasefire for people to change out targets. You just go up there and you just set up and you start shooting. Well, with that being said, if you found value in this video, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps us out here. I look forward to making more content, military history related and milsurp related. And as I always like to say, be sure to learn history and curate history. Make it a great day.